Chewing ban gum in Singapore. You're walking through the streets of Singapore. You pop a piece of gum to freshen your breath after a spicy meal. Yum. A passerby glances over, and you suddenly wonder if that innocent chew just became a very expensive mistake. This is the chewing gum ban in Singapore. Since 1992, the sale, import, and advertising of chewing gum have been strictly prohibited. You can bring a small personal amount for medical purposes, nicotine gum for quitting smoking, for instance. But chewing it in public or discarding it improperly can lead to fines, starting at 1,000 SGD or $750 for first offenses, with repeat violations risking jail time for gum. The law was introduced to solve a very practical problem. In the 1980s and early 1990s, discarded gum stuck to sidewalks, under train seats, in public spaces, and even jammed subway doors, costing the city millions in cleaning and repairs, or so they say. The ban slashed those costs dramatically. Singapore's streets and transit system remain among the cleanest in the world. Enforcement today focuses more on littering than possession, but the rule remains a symbol of the country's zero-tolerance approach to public order and cleanliness. Stick to breath mints or strips in Singapore. If you must chew, do it privately and dispose of it properly, though the safest option is to leave the gum at home. In Singapore, gum isn't just sticky, it's a sticky legal situation. No high heels at ancient sites in Greece. You're at the Acropolis in Athens, the ancient stones warm underfoot, the Parthenon rising against a blue sky. You slip on your favorite high heels for that perfect photo, the click echoing across history. A sight guard approaches, shaking their head. This is the high heel ban at Greek archaeological sites. Greece prohibits wearing high heels or any hard-soled shoes that could damage marble. At major UNESCO World Heritage sites including the Acropolis, Delphi, Knossos, and Olympia. Stiletto heels concentrate enormous pressure on tiny points, easily chipping or cracking fragile ancient stone that has survived thousands of years. The rule is enforced by on-site staff to protect these irreplaceable monuments from cumulative tourist wear. Violations usually result in being asked to remove the shoes or leave the area. Fines are rare but possible. The truth? It's preservation, not punishment. Foot traffic already causes microabrasion. Heels accelerate the damage significantly. Wear comfortable flats or sandals. Your ankles and their ruins will both thank you. The ancient Greeks built wonders to last millennia. Modern heels can undo centuries in one careless step. No feeding pigeons in Venice, Italy. You're wandering Venice's Piazza San Marco, the basilica glowing, pigeons fluttering everywhere. You toss a few crumbs from your lunch and instantly a uniformed officer steps forward. This is the pigeon feeding ban in Venice. Since 2008, feeding pigeons in Piazza San Marco and other public squares in Venice has been illegal. The fine is €50 to €900 or $55 to $1,000 depending on the offense. The law was enacted to combat the massive pigeon population that was fouling the historic square, damaging statues and facades with droppings and creating health hazards. Pigeons were once a tourist attraction, but their numbers exploded due to feeding, turning the square into a health and preservation issue. The ban, combined with other measures like birth control for the birds, has dramatically reduced the population and cleaned up the area. The truth? It's about protecting cultural heritage and public health, not being mean to birds. In Venice, pigeons are protected. Tourists feeding them are the real pests. It's illegal to die in these French towns. Imagine retiring to a quiet French village, planning to live out your days peacefully, only to learn that dying there is technically against the law. This is the no-dying bylaw in towns like Cugno near Toulouse, and a few others in France. In 2008, the mayor of Cugno declared that death was prohibited in the town unless residents first obtained written permission from the mayor's office. The law was never real legislation. It was a satirical protest. The local cemetery was full, and the mayor wanted regional authorities to fund an expansion. Similar tongue-in-cheek bylaws have appeared in other French communes facing the same problem: overcrowded graveyards and slow bureaucracy. No one has ever been fined or prosecuted for dying without approval. It's a humorous way to spotlight administrative delays. Only in France can death require the right paperwork, unless you get the mayor's signature first. No selfies with Buddha in Thailand. You're at a serene temple in Thailand standing before a massive golden Buddha statue. You turn around, raise your phone for a selfie with the statue in the background, smiling. A monk or guard quietly but firmly stops you. This is the ban on selfies with Buddha statues in Thailand. While not a national law with codified fines, Thailand's Department of Fine Arts and temple authorities strictly prohibit posing for photos with your back to Buddha images, climbing on them, or taking selfies that disrespect the statue. Such actions are considered disrespectful to Buddhism, which is central to Thai culture. Violations can result in being asked to leave, having photos deleted, or in extreme cases, fines or arrest under laws protecting religious sites and public decency. The truth, it's about cultural and religious respect. Thailand takes reverence for Buddha extremely seriously. In Thailand, the Buddha is sacred. You're allowed to look at him, but turning your back for a selfie is a hard no. You can't build a sandcastle in certain Spanish beaches. You're on a beautiful Spanish beach, sand perfect for sculpting. You start building an elaborate sandcastle with towers and moats. A local police officer approaches. This is the sandcastle building restriction on some Spanish beaches. In places like Ajeje on Tenerife, that's Canary Islands, and certain Costa del Sol beaches, building large sandcastles or any structures over a certain size is restricted or banned during peak season. Fines can reach 150 to 750 euros, that's $165 to $825. The rule exists to keep beaches accessible, prevent blocking pathways, and reduce environmental impact from extensive digging or leaving structures that become litter. The truth, it's about public space management and safety during crowded tourist seasons. In Spain, even sandcastles need planning permission. Freedom ends at the high tide line. Don't run out of gas in Germany. Driving on a German autobahn, enjoying the unlimited speed sections. When your fuel light comes on, you decide to push it a little farther. A police car pulls you over on the shoulder. This is Germany's law against running out of fuel on the autobahn. Under German traffic regulations, StVO 12, it's illegal to stop or park on the Autobahn except for emergencies. Running out of gas is considered avoidable negligence, not an emergency. If you run dry, you can be fined 20 to 130 euros or $22 to $145 plus towing costs. The rule promotes safety. Stranded vehicles cause hazards and encourages drivers to plan fuel stops. The truth, Germany takes road discipline seriously. Fuel stations are frequent on major routes. Fill up before the light comes on. Better safe than fined. In Germany, running out of gas isn't bad luck, it's a traffic violation. You can't keep one guinea pig in Switzerland. In Switzerland, thinking of adopting a single guinea pig as a pet? A vet or pet shop worker gently tells you it's not allowed. This is Switzerland's guinea pig companionship law. Under Swiss animal welfare regulations, that's Animal Protection Ordinance Article 13, guinea pigs are highly social animals and must be kept in pairs or groups. Owning just one guinea pig is illegal because it causes loneliness and suffering. The law applies to other social species too, parrots, chinchillas. Fines can apply, though enforcement is often through education and refusal to sell single animals. The truth, it's one of the world's strongest animal welfare laws, recognizing that some species suffer psychologically when isolated. Adopt at least 2 guinea pigs or choose a less social pet. In Switzerland, even guinea pigs have a right to friends. Loneliness is literally illegal. These laws, from gum bans that keep cities pristine to guinea pig companionship rules that protect animal welfare, started with real problems: cleanliness, preservation, safety, respect, or compassion. Some seem absurd only when viewed from afar or up close. Each has a logical root, even if the execution feels over the top. They remind us that every country shapes behavior in its own way, sometimes with fines, sometimes with satire, sometimes with genuine care for heritage or creatures. Next time you travel, check the local quirks. You might avoid a fine or at least walk away with a story. If these laws surprised you, watch our previous video on the weirdest customs around the world. Step-by-step explanations, real stories, no judgment. Click now and keep discovering the strange side of life.